You have to do your best work when you're least motivated. So those days you don't want to do it, guess what you got to do? You got to suck it the fuck up and do it.
Even today at 43 years old, man, every day I wake up, man, I want to quit. I want to retire. Every day of my life. So that's the thing about, man, like you don't get to this some higher place in your mindset where it's just set in stone and you're good to go. Every day, why Goggins, are you still battling every day? Because every day I want to still fucking quit.
Yeah. And I hate to say it, man. Everybody goes, what is your secret, man? What's your secret about business? What's your secret about this? What's your secret about that? You don't want the fucking answer. The answer is, you see these fucking hands?
Hard work.
Hard fucking work, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm not gonna voodoo some shit. I'm not a magician. It's not magic. It's literally, you're gonna have to wake up.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have to sit there and say, fuck, today's gonna suck. And then when that day is over, you're gonna wake up again and say, fuck.
Yeah.
The next day is gonna suck.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be your life.
Yeah.
Unless you're this guy who sits back and says, oh, I have this great idea. And it happens to work.
Yeah.
And you can be some lazy fat ass that sits back and makes millions of dollars off of some idea.
Yeah.
But the majority of it gonna wake up every day,
yeah,
punch that mental time clock and say, this is gonna suck. This is the time right now for you to stop avoiding things. Get that pen and paper out. Look inside yourself. Stop looking at me or other people out here to be the hero of your story. Be alone with yourself. Write that shit down. Start to face these different things in life. We have to know that when we die with some meaning and some purpose in this world.
Discipline. There must be discipline. Discipline, the root of all good qualities, the driver of daily execution, the core principle that overcomes laziness and lethargy and excuses.
And our mindsets are at an all-time low. We are the weakest we've been mentally ever since the beginning of time. And it's even harder. So it's harder with a weaker mind. So all I want to do, my whole drive is about, I have a really good way of visualizing people suffering. Because a lot of people do it. We have two sides of us. We have one side that is that happy-go-lucky side, that nothing's wrong and everything is good. But we have that side at home when no one's around, that's depressed and miserable and we're not good enough. And the only way to overcome it is for you and you alone to face it.
What's the hack? How do you become stronger, smarter, faster, healthier? How do you become better? How do you achieve true freedom? There is only one way. The way of discipline.
A lot of people, what they do is they have these finish lines. And I have a saying that says, I don't stop when I'm tired, I stop when I'm done.
But if you get up and you went for a 20-minute or 30-minute walk where you normally would have done nothing, think of what's going to happen over the course of time and what your life will look like even after 1 year of doing this. Okay, so learning what a production pivot is and learning how to utilize your own thoughts to trigger productive action is one of the biggest competitive advantages you could ever develop in life.
So when I was younger, I didn't have any goals. And it's not really so much about goals, it's just a fucking to-do list.
Yeah.
A to-do list. And as a human being, if you don't have a to-do list, you're gonna sit back and just fade away. It's like a lot of people who are in the military, who are in business, who are whatever, they say, hey, I'm gonna do 20 years and I'm gonna retire. Okay, what's next? So I have a what's next list. So then I never sit idle. I never sit idle. There's never one time in my life where I'm sitting back with free time and like just enjoying the sun. I made it. Yeah. I've arrived. No, I've never arrived. And a lot of people say, are you happy? Because I'm so driven that it almost makes people who are weaker in the mind think, my God, you must not be happy. That's a weaker person's way of saying you've overachieved, David Goggins, and you're making me feel like shit.
Yeah.
So if I'm making you feel like shit, sorry about that.
No,
if I'm making you feel like shit, I'm doing my job.
Weakness is strong. I must be stronger. I must crush it into submission through force of will. So I savage the body. I push and pull and fight against gravity. I fight against fatigue and soreness and the weakness that says, give in. I will not give in. I will fight.
I don't take any days off as far as working out. What I realized growing up is you have to build your armor.
Yeah.
Your armor. Your first thing in the morning time is you have to build your confidence. And every day you're constantly gaining and losing confidence. You're never staying the same. So how you build your confidence is if you like what you see in that mirror, that's how you start your day off. If you wake up and you look fat, you look out of shape, you're not, you don't feel good, which is, or you don't feel good inside. So my whole big thing is get up and work out. Shed some calories. Get the adrenals going. Get the mind going. Get all that going. Every day I run. Every day I work out. And every day I stretch. So I spend anywhere from 3 to 5 hours a day working out. I'm constantly thinking about my life.
Yeah.
Raw things about my life because I want to share these things with people.
You need to get things done. But if you are going to rest, that is one thing that you should procrastinate on. That's the one thing I want you to put off until tomorrow. And if, when tomorrow comes, you still feel like you need to rest or you need to take a break, then okay. Take it. But the chances are you won't. You won't need that rest. Chances are you will realize that the desire to rest was just weakness. It was just the desire to take the path of least resistance, the downhill path, the easy path. And by simply going through the motions, you overcame that path. And you stayed on the righteous path, the disciplined path. You stayed on the war path.
I don't want to do this, but I know I need to do this. I don't feel like doing this, but I know that I need to do this. If you can't win the internal battle, you're not going to be able to win the external battle. There was an old Chinese proverb that said, if there's no enemy within, the enemy out there can do us no harm. That's the truth. You got to fight yourself. Sometimes human nature, whatever makes us up to be whoever it is that we are, the difference between where you're at and the next level in life is going to be doing these things that you don't feel like doing. The more of the stuff that you know that you need to do on this side of the column of all the things that you know you need to do, and then there's all these things that you know that you need to do that you don't feel like doing. The more of that list of the stuff that you know that you need to do, that you don't feel like doing, that you can continuously win that battle and beat yourself, fight yourself until you learn to dominate yourself internally. Whatever you tell your mind to do, the body's going to be able to accomplish and follow.